There we go. Cost, decent chance you'll catch up to us in time for maybe not the 3.1 content, but the 3.2 content. It'd be really nice if we could build a static. Let's see. I had... don't know if the game had given me like a pity pop-up for where to go next. We had just gotten a couple new things. Yeah, so it's not going to be 3.1. That's not happening. But possibly 3.2. You'll catch up to us, and we can do that. How is this city? I've never played those games. It's like a fighting game, right? I think I want to go to the elevator and take it back to the temple area. It gets way better, Chaos. One of those I've already seen, Kami, just from making the mistake of looking at the final map, like layout and the names of some of the areas there, and like doing the fishing quests. There's a couple spoilers about what to expect in that zone. Pretty excited for it though, despite the spoiler. There's a song in the Final Fantasy XIV endgame that's a pretty gigantic spoiler. Just like the title of the song. But that one got spoiled for me a while ago. At this point I'm just trying to keep Hapax and Matt's experiences virgin if possible. Alright, that's probably nothing important there. What, wait, the secret missile, super missile, regular missile, any beam. We haven't really changed what doors we are able to open. Probably want to go to the temple ground, so that's left. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm sure I'll play them eventually. Are both the Cydia games for the PSP? Or either of them for the PSP? I thought it was a PSP game, but I might be making that up. Let me save. I know I just loaded the game, but save somewhere that's slightly more relevant. Gotcha. PSP emulator is extremely robust, so that is good to hear. It might be one of the most effective emulators of the ones I've used for streaming. I'll see if I can buy the copy of the game as well. I don't know if there's a way for me to give Square money for it. Hey Cappy, how you been? Good to see you. Temple Grounds, that's where we want to go. Cappy, wanted to check with you. Will you be available tomorrow, anytime between noon and 3, for your sub-block game, Xenosaga? If so, I will be sure to play it at the time that's most convenient for you. If not, I will sub in one of the other requests. So I am keeping track of how many times we play each person's request. And the preference, if there's a tie, like if the votes are tied or whatever, is that we'll play the game that the sub has seen the least times. Oh man, Cedar Point. How'd it go, Cappy? Excellent choice. My favorite roller coaster park in the world. Well, in the United States, but word around the office is it's the best in the world. Probably going up there. I'm probably going to get a pity pop-up telling us where to go. You picked a rough weekend to go. Wasn't there just like some park goer like lost his cell phone or something and went under the Raptor to recover it? And like got hit by the ride? It's really shitty because like Cedar Point has one of the lowest incidents of park injury or death. Awesome. Yeah, for going to Cedar Point, I feel like you need to go on the Holy Trinity +1. So you got to do the Maverick, the Millennium Force, the Raptor, and then the Top Thrill Dragster. You don't necessarily need to do the rest of it, but if you can at least get to those, like, you will have a good full day. Everything's still there. Cool. Oh, dude, Cedar Point. If you love roller coasters, like, if you go there, it's going to be hard for you to go to another roller coaster park again unless if it's owned by Cedar Fair. They're starting to expand. Like, they own a couple Great Americas now. They just have a really cool design philosophy to their coasters. They're very smooth and they're a very clean ride, polished ride. You know what I mean when I say an unpolished coaster? Where, like, your fear of the coaster is actual fear that it might break down, whereas Cedar Point, you're just thrilled that it's a good time, and the construction and smoothness of it is such a high caliber. You know, none of your adrenaline is from actual fear of the ride, just from having a good time. Oh, that sounds pretty awesome, Kami. Yeah, all the coasters at Cedar Point are awesome. There are a few that are just, like, completely ridiculous, balls to the wall awesome. I've been here before? I feel like I have. This goes to the Dark World. Without real purpose, right? Because, like, I guess I could just continue that site. No, this is just a dead end. Hey, Koj. Oh, you been to Cedar Point too, Koj? Awesome. I even wonder if people who hate coasters really hate coasters. Like, they might hate shitty coasters. I hate heights, and that's exactly why I like roller coasters. It's like symbolizing your trust in human engineering. Cappy, when you were at Cedar Point, there's a the big ride, the Top Thrill Dragster. You can Google Top Thrill Dragster to see how tall this thing is. It's a very short ride. It's about 11 seconds. The premise is that they use these really cool magnets to speed you up from stopped to like 100 miles per hour or something to launch over this one hill. Like I said, it's just one hill. It's only 11 seconds. The fun of it is like being launched over the top. And by the time you're afraid, the ride's already over. But anyway, if the weather conditions are just right and the weight of the passengers is just right, the train won't clear the hill. So it'll like go up to the hill and then it will roll back, which some people like really look forward to because if it rolls back, you get to go up again, and then you don't have to wait in line for another 2 hours to ride it again. But the other thing that can happen, it's only happened like 5 or 6 times, is it can actually get stuck at the top of the hill. And one of the times when the train got stuck, they had to send a guy up a ladder, like a maintenance ladder, to just push it. Just give it a slight push to get it to go down. And like you look at how tall that thing is, and you look at that ladder, and I'm just like, nope, 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 no, 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 no. So I will ride the coaster, but I will not climb that ladder. Hell to the nah. We're gonna try going up and talking to our buddy, our Luminoth bro. Oh, you're right, Cappy. Magnets are to break, right? How does it launch? Is it hydraulics? One of the big problems is slowing it down at the end. And I know that there's a series of electromagnets that activate while it's approaching and breaks it down. Hey, Fear, this is Metroid Prime 2. Got anything new for me, buddy? I guess not. Oh, maybe he does. Torvus Bog. Whoops, I didn't mean to talk to that. So I think we need to find another dark key in order to be able to finish Torvus. So we're going to head back in that direction here. I know that Cappy, that Millennium Force does that. So you know, one of the worst parts about a roller coaster is if you're like being pulled up by a rail, like a chain system, that tunk 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 tunk, like it takes forever. You're freaking out the whole climb. But Millennium Force has this really cool like metal elevator. It's like this metal rod that grips onto the train and pulls it up to the top. So it goes up really fast. It's not chunk 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 on the way. It's very smooth. We're gonna roll back to Torvus Bog and see if we can find these things. What's the purpose of the sound, Cappy? Yeah, we might have that translator. I'm gonna try to hit it. Let me take a look at what items I have real quick. Okay. Don't need to take that portal. Try taking the translator. I think it's just going to take us to a new item. Is this even something I can pass through yet? Not visible in the current time space. Maybe I have to come through here as in the dark world. It's still, I guess, the thing I like about it is less that the sound is different. It's that you know, it doesn't use a chain to pull you up slowly. You just kind of get this smooth ride all the way up. Alright, let's try going to the dark world, going through there, see if there's a way through we didn't previously take. Ah, interesting, Cappy. Alright. We're going to try going left and see if there's a door we can open. Hey, HTL, how you doing? Ah, that's right. There's a couple of those now we might be able to activate. Dark Metroids. Ain't even trying to hear that. I'll tell you right now. Not my bag. Dormant Inkclaw. Kinetic Stasis. Fortunately. Oh, nice. I haven't been to too many awesome water parks, unfortunately. Dead for less than a cycle. Drained of all bioenergy by Metroid. Ah. This is Phazon. Yeah. That's, this is. Whoa! Job, bro. Alright, let me kill these dudes. This game, the dark beam kind of acts as the ice beam. Metroids are classically weak against ice, but there's not a ice beam in this game, so instead, freeze them with this thing. There we go. Okay, back to exploring. Looks like there's some kind of upgrade over there that I can't access right now. Can't get into those things. Checking out the Ing. Does the light beam work on them as well? because I was just freezing them with the dark beam and then blowing them up with a missile like you would do any other Metroids. Oh, really, Kami? Huh. Died from exposure to the Ingstorm particles. That's interesting. Ingstorm. Capable of corroding steel. So I wonder if I have to come back here at some point, or if I can get through here and just have to like run really fast. I'll give it a try. Whoa, actually no, that does a ton of damage. I think I need to get a new suit before I can do that. That ain't happening. Yeah, go for it, Kami. Thank you for the not safe for work and possibly not safe for life warning. All sorts of nourishment. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to do in here. Keep the scanner up, but it's worth checking. That was the secret door. So yeah, let's roll back out of here. Here. Yeah, I assume so. Alright. There's like a door out of here, close by, right? Thought so. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me inject some pimping into it. We want to go straight from where I am right now. Maybe it's that the door looks like it requires a missile set to get through. I think it's just this one. Okay. It's cool. So what we're looking for now is a place where we can use the grappling hook to cross an area that was previously inaccessible. Echo Gate uses a sonic security system. Sonic detection gear. Sonic pulse. Okay, we don't have a sonic pulse yet, so we can't do that. Echo key system. Okay. So we need to get a lot of that kind of stuff to be able to progress. Nothing much. Just been exploring around, waiting for the inevitable, hey, this is what you're supposed to do pop-up. It should be coming fairly soon at this rate. Man, cut that out. Back we go. Oh, cool, Chaos. I didn't know you were studying to be an MD. How far along are you? Still undergrad or grad school? Or the MD equivalent of grad school? I know there's like a residency and a bunch of other stuff. I want to say like 50% of the way through, maybe 60%. I still have a long ways to go before beating it. So I might be able to cross through here now. I can try. Don't think going to the Dark World changed anything though, unfortunately. Check. Been in this hallway before. Right, yeah, so like it says you can't see it in this universe. And there's nothing to like grapple off of. So I think we have to go back in the elevator. Back up. See if we can take a shortcut from the temple to Torvus Bogs. A schedule update, we're going to be playing Metroid Prime 2 for another hour. Hopefully at least like getting the next upgrade. After Metroid Prime 2, it's Final Fantasy X for an hour and a half. Then Xenoblade Chronicles, and then Secret of Monkey Island. We're going to go right. Use me, Koji. Tidus time. Get hype. Really make some good progress in Final Fantasy X. Still need to get a boatload of ability spheres. Like, everybody's kind of stuck on the sphere grid right now. What's up, Darkstar? Oh yeah? Angry? Believe it when I see it. I go right and head over to Torvus Bog. I feel to take this as a shortcut. Alright, no, I don't think I want to go that way. I want to go to Torvus Bog, so I want to go down and forward, I think? Like down this way? Yeah, that's the ticket. I am going to keep exploring around HDL, going to areas that look like I haven't explored yet until the game takes pity on me and pops up and says, hey, this is where you're supposed to use the grapple beam. Maybe I'll luck out and just stumble on it in the meantime. It sounds like whatever I'm supposed to be doing is supposed to be focused in Torvus Bog, so I'm heading back in that direction in case there's more grapple-y areas there that I haven't hit yet. It is back, right? Like this way. Yeah, let's take it. I mean, I'm not, like, deeply concerned. How did that happen? Did I just go, like, a loop there? Go back. Yeah. Lasers killing Samus. I haven't heard before. Here we go. Okay. I guess you go through this little tunnel and it pops you out. Yep. Of the 3 Metroid Prime games that I've played, I feel like this one is the easiest to get lost in. Yep. Every Metroid Prime 2 stream, like other Metroid games, Metroid Prime was fine. I did a blind playthrough of Ori and the Blind Forest that was fairly efficient. Yep, I like getting lost in these games. 100% agree, Chaos. Cool, they're giving me shit. Alright, where is... I don't think it's down there. I mean, if it's Torvus Bogs, it might require using a portal, because we haven't spent a lot of time in the Dark World here. That's where we gotta get all the keys. Alright, so that's not the portal we want to take. Yeah, I agree, Koj. Great atmosphere and excellent storytelling style that I don't think has really been mimicked enough by other developers, right? Because the storytelling style is we're going to obscure most of the story. I guess this game introduces some like cutscenes with people talking to you, and I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of those. But I like that you can just kind of explore the game on your own, and then occasionally, if you want to, you can scan stuff, and the scans give you more information. A smart way to keep it as a single-player experience, single-character experience. I feel like a prerequisite for a Metroid game is that it must be fundamentally lonely, and is an important feeling to have when playing Metroid. Loneliness. And games that break that rule aren't as well made, I think. Yeah, when you have to get all the, what do you call them? Chozo artifacts chaos. Wasn't too bad. I didn't have a lot of trouble with it. Could have been worse. This game has, just a better way to put it, like, it's more of a hub world. It's less obvious to a first-time player where to go all the time, whereas I feel like, when in doubt, just go to the area that you haven't explored at all yet in Metroid Prime 1. Really nothing else over in that direction. Let's see. I think there's another exit from this room that I'm missing. There's a blue one, the leftish. Yeah, I'm excited for Prime 3. I did that on a blind playthrough with very minimal, like, lost, bumbling around. I don't feel like I've ever gotten lost at great length in a 2D Metroid game either. It's a lot easier to, like, say that a room is clear, I guess would be a way to put it. Now, this is just a missile expansion, so going all the way over there is distraction. There should be some other thing I can do here. Like, namely, maybe just jump down. No, I want to go left. I want to take the door that's left. Is there a way for me to get there via rolling? There is. That's totally it, isn't it? That's it. Yeah, here we go. This is what we want. Can we get that portal? Check it out and see if it's taking us anywhere special. I think there's a key over here in the Dark World too. We've already been through there. It's one that we needed to have the grappling hook to get to, I think. Gotta have your veggies before you can have your dessert. No worries, man. You can put that as your sub-block game if you want, to at least get some on the schedule. I'll add it to the full list of, like, you know, vote to replace a game once we beat Ogre Battle 1. We'll be playing it a little bit end of this week, I think. Who we're gonna go with? Okay, so now there should be a ton of areas in the Dark World that we haven't visited before. There's one in there. Okay, there's like at least one in there. There's some down here on the bottom, but I don't think we can get it to it from this part of the Dark World. Trove hurt their hand? No. What happened? I thought there was a thingamajig here. Dark key, but I might be making that up. Huh. Interesting. I'll hit this save point. What kind of game is Trove? I haven't played it. Did he hurt his hand from playing the game? That's pretty crazy. Okay, I don't think it's this one. I mean, let's look at the Light World. Yeah, that's just like an item that we already got. That's nothing new. Some save points we've already been to. That's a room we've already been in. We haven't been in that door in the Dark Torvus Temple, but I think we need to find a key first anyway. Oh, on-the-job injury, I see. Yeah, big fan of the music in all the Metroid Prime games. All the Metroid titles, actually. What I've played anyway. Let's go left. Hey Katie, how you doing? You're somewhat recently back from Mexico, right? I'm gonna go right, take the dark door. There's no real reason for us to take that portal. We want to go back up. Jumpy jump. I think it's just gonna get back up there. So we gotta loop around this mushroom tower. Yeah, I agree, Chaos. Haha, very good, Katie. Phantasy Star Online, that was a fun game. Kind of Diablo-like. I remember playing the original Xbox version, having a really good time until somebody hacked it and like walked in front of me and dropped a bunch of endgame items in front of me, and I had fun for about another 10 minutes. And then my existential angst kicked in, like, why am I doing this? The whole point of the game was grinding for gear, and now I have all the gear. Ah, no, cool. It's good. It's good to be busy, you know? Good to see them. Okay, I think I'm going to go to the temple and see if there's anything new in there. Yeah, that's sucky. Did you try the new one, Katie? So you can alternate exit. Really interesting. And that looks like that's the door. Maybe I'm not supposed to be able to get at it from this direction. Or at this time. Where's my portal at? Where my dragons at? Yeah, I hear you. Oh, one day in the future, I'll keep you on my host list. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. That's too bad. Try going to the temple. There's like a way to go downstairs from there. We might have. So what we're looking for is an area that has a grapple hook, possibly in the Dark World. And we're trying to focus that search by looking for doors that we haven't been in yet. Knowing that very soon the game's just going to pop up and take pity on us and say, hey, this is the general area you need to be in. You summon a beach. Come on. There we go. So it's Final Fantasy X in about an hour, and then at 3 o'clock Pacific, switching from FF10 to Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. At 4:30, it's Secret of Monkey Island. I need to fight any of these dudes. I'm going to try to work my way in the general direction of the temple, I think. Well, this must be new with the door getting locked like this. I don't know if maybe that's related to the enemies being spawned, that you're not allowed to skip them. Looks like all the doors are locked that way. Maybe that was something I didn't realize when I was in the dark area. cool, Katie. Yeah, I think we have to fight these dudes. Someone in chat can confirm that for me if you guys want. When those doors have that lock on them, does that mean, hey, you have to kill all the enemies before it will open? Keep you from just skipping all the fights all the time like I've been doing. That's cool, HCL. You gotta fight him. Okay, cool. Thank you for confirming. Appeared to be the case, but I wasn't sure. These ones are particularly annoying because they keep phasing in and out. Like, I'm sure I'll get a visor eventually that lets me see them all the time. Like, by the time you target them, it's usually, you know, like, see, I wasted a super missile there. Because he phased out of existence right after I shot him. Now the doors are open. Cool. Do 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 do. Yeah, that sometimes feels like a crapshoot, whether or not people port to the U.S. to the West or not. This is where we were at the beginning, and I doubt whatever we need is down here. This feels like that whole area down there is pretty well tapped out. Maybe possibly is on the top of the temple area, though. I don't think I can get this to come back down, can I? I can. Okay. I'm gonna try some things here. Yeah, ship's a long walk. We'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it. We've already done the energy portion here. Hey, Shoryuken, how you doing? Good to see you. Coming up in the story, is PSO being iterated upon or something? I'd like that. Can I get that visor you're talking about, man? It's probably the next item we're gonna find. Yeah, it does rubber band the ammo, so the less of a specific kind of ammo you have, the more likely you are to find it. So it's not too necessary to go out of your way. There's not a lot of unexplored territory in Torvus that's obvious on the map, outside of the stuff that's down here, right? And it's almost certainly not down there. I'm trying to think where else we could possibly go. We could try, I mean, we've already been to the temple grounds. Not really many other elevators, are there? There's one down here. Aegon Wastes, we can check that. See ya, Katie. Please do not HDL. I am excited to get it. I haven't played this before. This is Metroid Prime 2. The Marstead gets Hopefully Lost edition, or Hopelessly Lost edition. I guess I'm also hopefully lost. Hoping that I find the way forward. Yeah. Don't know to rely on Twitter too much. Cool, cool. Thank you, HTL. Alright, so I could probably get in that door. I can't get in that door. Probably get in that door. Go try. Yeah, so the way that a lot of the other Metroid Prime titles will filter you in the direction they want you to go is to use like areas of the map that are unexplored, like this door here. So you look at the map and go, oh, okay, there's a blue door there. I haven't been in that area yet. Let me go in that direction. This one, it seems like there's a lot more secrets that are on maps that you've already been in. Okay, so we want to go up and right. Let's go straight through this room. We need to climb up to get up there. Let's do that first. Yeah, let's take it. Final Fantasy X today. We just got Ifrit. We have Ifrit. I think we're gonna get to. I'm trying to think. I don't think we're gonna get to the next Aeon. There's a while before that. No, we wanted to go left. Another one on this map. Is it that door? It's that door. It totally is. Okay. So we actually did want to go the other way. Yeah, so here's an example where like the map doesn't tell you in any way that this is completely blocked. You just look at it and say, okay, there's a door there. I can totally head in that direction. But really, the only way to get there is by coming in from the other world, the dark world. So if you go back and watch the Metroid Prime 2 videos, you'll see me walk over that same door on this map probably about 10 times. It's not like this is still an outstanding game. It's easily like a 9 out of 10. Let's go to. I go left and then left again, I think. I guess Sonic games are more likely to sell in the US, huh? Left door right there. I don't know, man. Sega doesn't have the best track record with me. Not as a direct developer of games. They've published some good stuff. Like there are certain, like, you know, if Nintendo puts out a first-party game, I'm automatically excited. You don't need to tell me anything else about it. There's a certain level of polish I can expect from it. Even like the worst Nintendo games are at least clean and polished. I don't feel like you get that level of polish from Sega. Yeah, it sounds like they're shooting themselves in the foot. Okay, so the reason I haven't been in there is because I need Denzium. And Denzium is the power bomb material that I do not have yet. I guess like it feels like having the map is almost a detriment in Prime 2. Because if I didn't have the map, I wouldn't go to that area because I would see, oh look, there's a little unexplored room. I wonder why I couldn't get in there before. Maybe it would benefit from like an ability to draw on the map for a like a DS title. Sega on its second death. It already died once. Alright, I've been spinning my wheels for about 45 minutes. We only have another 45 minutes left. The game hasn't popped up a pity pop-up. If someone wants to tell me, so the last item I got was the grappling hook. If you want to point me in the direction of the next general upgrade, I would appreciate it. I guess let me know what map it's on, I guess, to start with, and maybe I'll ask for more specific hints after that. KCHDL. It's like, it could be on any of these maps, and I don't really have the direction to say which of them it would be in. Okay, I also don't know, like, see this green door, there's a chance I could get in there, but there's a pretty good chance that I can't. Try going back to Torvus Bog. Even if somebody's not familiar with Metroid, just wants to help me out with a walkthrough, check grapple beam, like what the next step is after grapple beam. Be greatly appreciated. I'm just looking for a way to progress. HDL, if I stumble on the ammunition pack, I'll find it. But if you can tell me where to go after the, like to get the next main upgrade, not one of the side upgrades, because I like finding those on my own. Right, so the Torvus Bog is just on the right here. Thank you, though. I'm just acknowledging how boned stuck I am in this part. You get to see this pretty game and listen to the pretty music, at least. The ending metric for this playthrough will be, how many times could you have speedran Metroid Prime 2 in the time it took Marstead to complete it once? Oh, that's sucky, Cappy. Okay, thank you. That's what I needed to know. I appreciate that. Before you go, HDL, do you know, are there any dark keys that are in this lower area of Dark Torvus, or is it only in this top area? Because I've been avoiding the lower area, and maybe it's just that I need to go in that direction. I'm pretty sure I have 2 out of 3 of the dark keys. Actually, what may have screwed me is when I got to that door, it said, oh, you can't go through here. Like, no, actually, I should have been able to go through there, and I just didn't because I didn't kill the enemies in the room. So that might have been the new information that I was picking up there. Yeah, so see, I don't have any... See the rubber band, like Cappy was saying? I just pretty much completely filled up on my missiles in that room because the game recognized that I was out of them. Those are clever hallways. Those hallways are intended to load more of the map, primarily, but they also serve the side purpose of letting you restock in a way that the game can predict. Okay, so we can probably get to that portal. It's just on the other side of this room. Ah, you're good. Thank you, though, HDL. Appreciate your help. Knowing that I have to be in Dark Torvus to look for dark keys is immensely helpful. It puts me on a path that I would have still been stuck on if not for that tip, so thanks. That's what I needed. Oh, sorry, Kojay. My bad. Got my cuss sounds mixed up. Pretty sweet name. Cappy, covered with hats. Right. I'm hopeful here. Got the hope in my body. Try to explore as much of Dark Torvus as possible. Save, since I don't intend to leave Dark Torvus until I'm thoroughly convinced that I've tapped out exploring all these areas. What are you putting together, Mega Man? I do not have my original Xbox anymore. I don't remember what happened to it. Maybe it's with my my parents or something. Been a long time since I've played it. You can, is it playable on the Xbox 360, Poopy? I know there's a lot of original Xbox titles that you are actually able to play. All right, so that's suspicious. I guess first of all, let's think about this for a second. It says we can access that from the other world, so I could just do that real quick and then come back here since this is easy to re-access. So hold up, wait a minute. Let me inject some pimping into this scenario. It's not. I don't know if anyone's made an original Xbox emulator. I can't believe they call the Xbox One the Xbox One. It makes it so frustrating to talk about. Is this thing like not needed maybe? It's weird that it would show. Unable to restore function. Okay, I guess there's nothing there, so the spinner like showing up in the dark world is just it feel like it should just go away once you're done using it. We'll pop back. Oh, awesome, Mega Man. Hey, Broken One. No, probably never will be one. There's not a lot of demand for that kind of a thing, is there? Alright, let's try... Let's go right. I'm gonna try getting into the temple. Yeah, I don't know what it did in the Dark World, the thing that I already spun, Koj. When you're in the Dark World, you can see the spinner still, and it doesn't, like, oh, you can maybe activate this in the other world. You want to kill those things so that they're not giving us trouble on the way out. Think. Okay, there's a key. Alright. And we can get to it now that we have the grapple hook. I think this was the room that we've been trying to get to this whole time. We were super close to getting to it too, but a door got locked because of enemies being around. All the keys have been found. Alright. Making progress. Oh, you managed to start doing that, Broken One? Awesome. I might need to think about doing that. Like the PC port is pretty bad, as you guys saw last week. Oh, cool. Thanks, Koj. Looking out. I at least won't have wasted the entire run because I'm about to open this temple up. That's exciting. There we go. I guess part of the problem is the way I have the schedule set up right now. I think the last time I played Metroid Prime 2 was like 2 weeks ago. So I'll spend like the first 30 minutes like, okay, what was I doing? So maybe I need to, after Metroid Prime 2, I might need to give Metroid a block the way that Zelda has. Because if you put too much time in between when you played it last, it's really easy to kind of forget what you had been doing. Yeah, awesome, Koj. I'm glad that it's fun to watching me explore around and be lost forever. If I get really, really, like, you know, inexcusably stuck, I might ask for help, but in general, I like figuring it out on my own, too. Great. That sounds awesome. Don't feel like there's going to be a boss fight in this room, huh? It'll work if it gets on the list frequently enough, Broken One. I can definitely make more progress in an hour of Jade Empire than I can in an hour of Metroid Prime. Since I have this like calibration time of getting used to it. Whoa, that thing is tall. We got about another 30 minutes of Metroid Prime 2. I'll beat this boss, maybe try to get to the next upgrade. Alright, let's see. Dark Shredder. Need the dark water. Try to scan it. Ow, holy shit. Good to know. I think you save some of the scan whenever it pops up. You don't have to like scan it in one go. Really cool looking boss though. There we go. Chykka larva. Infant insectoid guardian. Vulnerable area detected. Target has a soft underbelly. Adjusting lock and point to take advantage. Yeah, it's kind of nice to just kind of get it on the schedule and get a play started. I have Broken One. I have a video on YouTube. It's just part 1 of Jade Empire. So if Jade Empire ends up getting played exclusively through Subblock and we beat it over a long period of time, that's also cool. Where are the turtles to take care of Shredder? Is. Those are intended to give you ammo back in case you need them. And they damage you too, but they're mostly there to fill you up, I think. I want to try to super missile this thing when it pops up. Shoot it like that, we can get it to surface, I think. It's kind of the purpose. Cool, Mega Man. Alright, we got a good hit there. So we can see when it's about to surface and charge up the shot to get ready. It's easier said than done, but it's very doable. Actually, I feel like I should just ignore the larva. Like, they screw up my shot. That's interesting. Pops up and hits you with its tongue. I don't know if you want to like let it pull you in while you're a ball and blow it up from the inside. Oh, really, Matt? Okay. I might try it again next time we play. We're close to having deft hands. Oh, bollocks. Actually, kind of glad we continued the main story before doing too much more side questing, because that focus ability seems like it would be pretty useful. Slowly but surely. Where you at, bro? So I can't turn into a ball and like let myself get eaten by him and bomb up his stomach. So I kind of was hoping what I could do there. No such luck. Cool. Sounds good, Matt. Gotta save my super missiles for when I'm sure they're gonna land. I've had this problem before where I've had these boss fights where I just run out and they take an extra long time. This is one I'd be curious to see how a speedrunner does in it. A lot of the bosses in this game are very briefly vulnerable in comparison to like the Metroid Prime 1 and 3 bosses. There's a short window where you can actually damage them. Okay, there he is. When he grabs you like that, you can't lock on to his stomach, it looks like. You have to just independently aim to hit it. His stomach is where he's weak. So we'll beat this boss, we'll get whatever item he gives, probably the Visor. We got maybe 27 minutes left, and then it's Final Fantasy X time, continuing from Chykka Temple, where we just got Ifrit. Is he annoying even if you're like speedrunning it, Koj? You know, if I'm just doing it wrong, for example. So I feel like I'm waiting for him to pop up like that and like getting a couple charge shots off to his chest. I haven't found a way to like get him to surface from the water, for example. I will take a tip at this point. I've been fighting for a while. I feel like the way I'm going to do it is going to take another 15 minutes or so. If there's something that I don't know that I'm doing wrong. Slowly but surely getting there, but like the surely, not so much the slowly. What do we end up naming Ifrit? I don't remember. Check when we load the game. Stream voted on it, I just don't remember what picked. It's only vulnerable for a really brief time. Hey, it kept it from hitting us. Oh, you have to hit it in the belly enough times. Okay, okay, I got it. Light beam is pretty effective? Okay, cool. So the trick with this fight is once he grabs you, don't hit him with missiles. You just gotta Let's get a bunch of light beam ammo. You gotta charge beam him in the stomach a whole bunch. If you do it enough, he stops pulling in with his tongue, and then you can super missile him. Getting close to full on light beam ammo. Hey bro, hey! Yeah, it's helping quite a bit. Alright, cool. Less of a pain in the butt now. There he is. Hey, buddy. Problem is, like, I'm so loath to use my my light beam. They make it a little bit easier in this fight since these enemies spawn that lets you restock it, but there's some of these fights where you just can't restock at all during the battle. We'll get him this time, though. Next time he's up, yeah. Got him for sure. Alright, GG. Was that just round one? Alright. Well, this guy at least isn't, like, digging in the water. Ow. Chykka, Flying Insecto Guardian. This light creature can be stunned, especially by dark energy. While stunned, look for weak spots to target. Okay, got it. Why these scan the world worries me. Great. Alright, so these are going to fly away. We just need to, like, regular shoot it to stun it. Okay, I gotta get back around its back, I think, once I stun it to hit it. Oh, I think I can do my little secret targeting thing to hit them all. Okay, I think I got it now. Hopefully I can get some more ammo, though. Just ran out of almost all my dark ammo. I think it's like you can only use a charge shot once you run out of dark ammo. Ow. Okay, we can still do it though. It's not that bad. There we go, look at that. Alright, we got this. Be a little bit faster than his pupa form. Pupa. I hit him a few times with the charge shot. Alright, we're getting there, we're getting there. If I can get some extra damage on him while he's down on the bottom, probably not. Oh, that looks bad. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm rescanning him. Your secret targeting thing that can hit them all. Charge with dark energy. Once its body is beat damaged, safe for egg sac. Avoid attacks by offspring swarms. Okay, great. I want offspring swarms. Because they will give me more materials. Theory. Yeah, look at that. These are mostly here to restock my ammo. Where it's like you get, when you kill something with dark ammo, you get light ammo and vice versa. It's a little tricky. Try busting its egg sac with the light beam. That actually damages it perfect. Exactly what I want. If there's some small amount of seeking when it comes to that. Cool. Here we go. 4 shots. Look at that. Nice. Ah, ducked it right through. Perfect moment for him. Yeah, fly at me. Sure. Come on. Come here. Come here, bro. Guess I could drop my lock on and try to target him manually next time. So you stun him like that, you get behind him and hit him with the seeker missiles. There we go. And he's probably going to go under and give me an egg sac to shoot for a bunch of damage. I hope, anyway. Yeah, fill it up. There we go. GG. Cool. Let's go another 18 more minutes. I'll try to at least get to a save point. I like scanning stuff, Coach A. I remember there's a couple places I've heard in Metroid Prime 2 where you can screw up the 100% scans, like in the middle of a boss fight where they'll change forms. So, like, I'm probably not going to 100% the game or 100% the scans, but I try to scan whenever I can, because I like reading them. It's cool. If I were playing it by myself and not on stream, I'd definitely be going for that and, like, probably following a guide so I didn't miss anything. The game has a lot of permanent missables in the scanning department. Dark Visor, alright. Additional data, yeah, I want to see what the additional data is. You really need to read that extra item detail. Like the gravity pack that you get underwater. You really should read what it does to understand it. Visors. Interdimensional objects are normally unseen. Interesting. Clever. It just totally, that's cool. I see. I like how it highlights them too. So now it's like, when in doubt, use the dark visor, check around, see if you see anything fancy. I wonder if the dark visor is just like skippable on a speed run because you just memorize where all those platforms are in the game. Or if there are platforms that only actually spawn once you have the dark visor to be able to see them. Some games would handle that differently. It's a good design to have them highlight red if they're actually invisible, otherwise it would be hard to tell. Turn the temple back on. Alright. Yesterday my wife Andrea 100%ed Crash 2. It's pretty cool. just decided she really wanted to play it, booted it up, and just played it non-stop until she 100%ed it. Got all the gems and crystals. Crash 2 is probably the best Crash Bandicoot game. It improves on Crash 1 in every way, and Crash 3 kind of moves away from the platforming a little bit. There's a bunch of little vehicle levels that are less exciting. Right. Back to the main temple area. There's anything else to do in this room? Right. Hey Egg, thanks for the follow. It's good to have you. Roll on back. Yeah, HDL, I was hoping that was the case with the Dark Visor. Those guys have been a real pain in the butt. The disappearing Dark Pirates. Crash 2, The Secret of the Ooze. Crash 2, Judgment Day. Oh, there's an ammo station down there. It's pretty righteous. I'm gonna hit that up. I like ammo. Ow. It's downstairs, right? I don't think we want to be down here. I mean, I'll go hit the ammo station while I'm down here, but I don't think we ultimately want to spend a lot of time down here. Fill up. Let's get rolling back upstairs. Go to that portal there. It's like, I guess we can't get to that as trivially as I thought. This will take us to a portal fairly trivially, as well as a save point. I'm not going to cut Metroid early. This game does tend to run a little bit late, though, because of how separated the save points are from each other. Right. Okay, I might ask if I'm at the end game trying to collect everything. I mean, it would certainly be cool to have more ammunition packs, but I like kind of stumbling on that stuff. Every ammo pack in this game is plus 50 light and dark ammo, is that right? Probably my least favorite Metroid Prime 2 mechanic. I don't know if I like the light and dark ammo. Missiles are already an interesting enough consumable, I think. It was a cool idea. I'm glad that they experimented with it, but you can see why they nixed it for Metroid Prime 3. Plus 50 for each, gotcha. Oops. Grab onto that again. Come on. There we go. And swing. There we go. This looks right. There's like a little thing that'll get us to the portal. Yeah, this is a really good game. Note that any complaints I have about it are extremely minor. It's just interesting to see what they did with Prime 2. They were really trying to say, let's not just make Metroid Prime again. Let's change it up. Let's do this Dark World. Let's change up a lot of the power-ups that you get and their function. I think they decided what worked and what didn't work when they came back for Prime 3. That's true. Yeah, I guess that's what possibly a problem with Metroid Prime 1 Code J is that every beam is just a flat upgrade to the power beam. So once you get anything else, you never use the power beam ever again, unless if you fight one of those pirates that's only weak to it. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing though. is it interesting to be changing your beams all the time? Not necessarily. Like the power beam works as a you have no other options. Because like that's how the 2D Metroids work, where you get literally any other beam and it just flat out replaces the power beam. You usually can't even switch back to it. Okie dokie, hunky dory. Let's go back to the temple, I think. Yeah, they still, like, you can still, like, do a charge shot when they're out of ammo. I could see having the ammo thing just be, like, a damage bolster. I don't know, it was a cool idea. I don't know how you could tweak it to make it work a little bit better. I mean, I feel like they could have made enemies that were just flat out only vulnerable to one of the two different beam types if you had unlimited ammo, but instead what they do is like, oh, okay, this enemy takes double damage from light, but it takes normal damage from the power beam. It's like, I'd almost rather them just be completely invulnerable to one or the other, but have unlimited ammo. Yeah, I hear you. I feel like the power beam has been the only exception to that rule historically, right? Just about every other item you end up using a lot. It's just the main weapon that gets replaced. I'd like to be travel back in time and be a fly on the wall in the planning sessions for Metroid Prime 2. Should all be powered up now, right? I think we have to go up to the energy controller. If not here, it's to the main temple area with U-Mos, our bro. It's true. We've talked about what is a good upgrade. It's easier to define what a bad upgrade is. A bad upgrade is an item that's basically just a key. All it does is open a certain kind of door. So like the flame earrings that you get in Zelda's Skyward Sword, where all they do is they let you pass through an area that you previously couldn't pass through. A good item should have some function outside of that, preferably like just be useful in the game world. Be flavorful if possible. One of those, like, if you want it to be a key, that's fine, just call it a key. Like, give you a key. Like, this game does the little translator boxes, which don't do anything other than open certain kinds of doors. So after I think this sequence of cutscenes, I'm going to go back in the direction of that main temple and then save. Alright. I think this is the structure you should be expecting from this, is go to a zone, find all the dark keys in that zone, power up the main temple. I can hear that, Cappy. I feel like the key items are like that, you know? So like if the fire earrings had, instead of being fire earrings, had just been like a big key that you use to get into that section of the game, that's less complex. If you can think of another item that's complexity for complexity's sake. Yeah. I guess talking here about like Metroidvanias and Zelda type games. Like what's a good Zelda item that breaks that rule where it's complex for complexity's sake? There should be interesting design space around an item. Example is the cane in Link to the Past that lets you create blocks. There's lots of cool design space around designing puzzles now where you don't have a block at the beginning, but you have to create one, maybe remove it from existence at a key time. Touchscreen controls in general. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Sometimes they will add touchscreen controls for the sake of touchscreen controls, not because they actually improve the gameplay in any way. I feel like Nintendo very quickly figured out what was good for touchscreen controls and what was bad for it, and third parties really haven't. Mic controls, yeah, there you go. Japanese love those though, man. They've been in Nintendo games since way back in the day. The little hopping rabbit monster from Zelda 1 for the NES. Originally, Zelda 1 in Japan was for the Famicom Disk System. It wasn't for the NES. Right, missile expansion. And the Famicom Disk System came with a microphone, and those bunnies are called Pols voices. I think even the U.S. instruction manual says they hate loud noise, because in the Japanese version you could just yell in the microphone to kill them instantly. They're kind of a pain in the butt. Like, I think they're only weak against the bow and arrow in the U.S. version. Yeah, I could hear that, Kojay. What's an example of the microphone being used in a way that's actually interesting? I don't know if I can come up with any. I feel like microphone is bad as a game mechanic. I guess maybe the problem with the microphone being bad is that it's unreliable, right? It's the same reason why Kinect controls are frustrating, and sometimes, you know, non-Wii Motion Plus controls are frustrating. It would be great if there was a save point in the temple area, but I don't think there is. I'm gonna go to this one. That's my ship. I can restock and stuff. How does it work in Spirit Tracks, McMahon? I think it can be done. I'm just trying to think of an example. It's actually kind of cool when we play Mass Effect 3. I'll be playing it on the 360, so I've got to connect. So you might hear Andrea like yelling at my squad members to tell them what to do. That was kind of a neat mechanic. It wasn't necessary, but it could be convenient to throw it out there while you were running. Like, you know, Liara, Singularity. You like blow out candles. I think in Zelda 3DS there's some parts. Oh, what's up with the minimap? Those enemies? Must be enemies. Oh, they just like walk around in this visor. Oh, that. So walking around with a visor turned on all the time brings up an interesting problem from the first Arkham Asylum game. Like, I don't know how I only ever played Arkham Asylum. I never played Arkham City, so maybe somebody in chat can tell me how the other games have fixed this. But the game had these really pretty environments that the designers clearly spent a lot of time on, but there was zero reason not to spend the entire game in detective mode, which was this cool mode where you could see through walls and like scan things around the environment. It just kind of made the whole area bluish. But it was interesting, like, man, these poor environment designers. Yeah. How did they fix the detective mode, or did they fix it? Like, I could see them putting a timer on it, make it consume some resource. It's interesting because it's like, man, like, I don't want it to consume resource. I want it to just be convenient and let me do whatever I want. But no, maybe it's actually correct to have it consume resource. Maybe it's too OP in its, you know, normal incarnation. Oh, awesome, HDL. Looking forward to it. Don't see a lot of Game & Watches. Alright, good timing. We're going to save. I'm going to take a couple minutes to move the Elgato over, set it up for Final Fantasy X, and we'll continue.